to a slow start, then made you run in the second quarter. What was the difference there?
Well, I think we just settled in a little bit, Mark. A couple guys at this table, Gary, and a couple other guys had slow starts for whatever reason. Try to stress to them that, it's really the same game out there. They got 2 goals, they got 5 guys on both sides, and they got a basketball. We just need to play basketball, and I think after we settled down, we were okay.
Second time seeing them, a whole lot different than the first.
It was a different, they worry me just because Coach Weiler's been around a long time with over 750 wins. So anytime he had a situation like that, a guy that's been around, and he's been down here quite a bit. So you're not gonna, you're just not gonna go in there and just run through them easily. I thought our game plan was to tire down Torrey Brittingham, which I think we did a good job out of And then the second half, I thought we did a better job of stop settling for threes. I know at halftime we were 2 for 12, took 12 threes in the first half, only 3 in the second half. So we're better at attacking the basket, and I thought we did a better job of that.
Derek, you've been here many times in your day. Talk about how special it is to have the opportunity to close your career with a state championship.
Yeah, it's a big accomplishment. But I'm not finished yet. Got another game tomorrow. I'm just looking forward to celebrating.
Derek, do you think it helped have played them before?
Yeah, it did. I was surprised we beat them by that much for real, but it was a real good game in the beginning, but we pulled it off in the second half.
Gary, talk about a couple of those dunks you had there to kind of close the show for Patterson in the fourth quarter.
Well, I just wanted to, try to get the fans a good show, and I told him right when I seen it open, I told him to throw it up, and he threw a perfect pass. So, yeah.
Derek, after the first time out at the 4-minute mark, you came out with 4 straight points. Just talk about what your mindset was coming out that time out.
We always start off slow. That's the crazy thing. All 4 years we started off slow. So I knew we probably was going to start off slow, but once I get it in the groove and get them going, we was going to pull the game off.
Okay, and Dietrich, Dimitri, sorry. After the timeout and after Derek's 2 layups, it seemed like the team had made a commitment to get the ball to you in the paint. You responded with, I want to say 2 baskets and 3 possessions. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I was just trying to be aggressive in the paint because I knew they was undersized. So I just took advantage of it, try to get my team going.
Coach, there's a lot of fouls early in the first half, not so much in the second half, though. At halftime, did you tell your guys anything to play them a little differently, to play a little off or anything? Or?
No, we boxed Torrey most of the game, ran different looks at him. Richard Hibbert, Taekwon Pointer, Daquan Jones, Gary was on him a couple times. I just thought we did a bad job of not sliding our feet in the first half, and I think that happened with the nerves. So in the second half, I think once we got into a rhythm and the game opened up a little bit more and they got tired a little bit of, the floodgates kind of opened up a little bit.
Karan, talk about your transition. Freshman at Mervo last year, now you're in a winning basketball program, playing for a state championship. What's going through your head right now?
Yeah, it's just a good feeling. I'm just happy to be here and be happy to contribute to the team in any type of way that I can.
Karan and Demetrius, both of you. You guys were at Mervo last year. Just talk about just the change from Mervo to Patterson and having each other to kind of go through the transition.
Having Demetrius here was a big help because I knew that with him here, he was going to be able to help me, even though coming from a losing program to a winning program, it would be a tough transition. But if we just stuck together and knew that we would be able to win and play hard every day, we would get better at it.
And also for both of you guys, just tonight, it was a concerted effort to get the ball inside to both of you guys.
Yeah, we knew that we had a bigger size advantage on them, and coming on at the beginning, like you said, we was a little slow, but second half we tried to pick it up, and we knew that we just had to keep having the ball inside, and that's the way we was going to win the game. So that's what we had to do.
Coach, when you made your first appearance here 5 years ago, all the attention was on the Keel car. He led the cameras, led everything. Talk about how you guys have transitioned from a one-man show to a basketball program that turns in different players every year.
Well, we take a lot of pride in winning. Our program has evolved over the last 8 or 9 years into one of the top programs in the state of Maryland. And really all the credit goes to these guys. they put in a lot of work during the summer, the off season, to get us this point. Hopefully, we get the deal done tomorrow night. We've gotten to this point a couple of times. North Point beat us in a great game, and then last year Potomac beat us in another great game. Hopefully, we play a great game and we come on the other side, the winning side tomorrow.
We'll talk about tomorrow night matchup with Oakland Mills. You guys do know each other. You guys scrimmage. It's kind of ironic. You guys, was that your first scrimmage?
First scrimmage, yeah.
First scrimmage of the year and the last game of the season. You guys are going to play for a title. I mean,
Well, they definitely have a lot of great athletes on their team with Mamadou and Will and Daniel at the point guard. So it'll definitely be a handful tomorrow. We'll look over some things that, I've seen a lot of tape on them. Nothing's going to surprise us tomorrow from them. So we'll be prepared tomorrow, and I think we'll be okay.
And any thoughts when you got Oakland Mills tomorrow?
No.
I feel as though we can't get out to a slow start. I mean, I feel as though they gonna be coming out swinging. So I feel as though we gotta be ready for that first punch, and we definitely can't start off slow.
Coach, was it helpful in this game to see High early on in the season at the Governor's Challenge and just kind of get a look and feel for them, knowing that you might see them later on down the road here?
Yeah, I mean, you pull all your resources. I know Jordan and Travell. I assume they were benched that game. They started the second quarter. It was actually Tori helped us out because I didn't catch it until I read it in the paper at Delmarva Now, where Tori was like, JoJo and Travell didn't play much the first game, so I think we'll be in better things. So I went back. I watched the tape a million times, but it really didn't catch my attention. So I went back and watched it again, and sure enough, they didn't play until the second quarter. And then so you use that tape, you pull some other resources. I have family from the Eastern Shore, and I know a lot of coaches around there, so it's easy to call and get a feel for how the kids are playing at that time of the year. But early on, I thought they play a real high 2-3 zone. So one of the changes we made was put Gary in the middle and then have Karan or Dimitri run the baseline. Like I said, early on we took a lot of threes, and then we took a concerted effort to get the ball to Gary in the middle and then dump it down low to Dimitri and Karan, and they responded for us.
How rare is it? I mean, you'll play Oakland Mills tomorrow. I see that you at least scrimmage, have some familiarity with, and tonight you played the team that you played during the regular season. I mean, how odd is that your last two games of the season against the team? Because a lot of times you're usually playing someone from out of your area.
Well, you get a feel. To start the season as a head coach, I sit down and look at what's possible in each region, who has what, and you kind of get a feel for. There's about 2 or 3 teams in each region that have a shot of advancing in reality, unless some injuries or something take place. So I knew early on that Oakland Mills had to get through Largo. Frederick Douglass had a great season, knocked off Largo, and then took Oakland Mills to overtime. So, Mamadou didn't play in that scrimmage, and teams are a lot different in November than they are in March. But I've seen, I've watched, and I'll watch it again tonight. I've watched about 10 tapes on them. So I got a feel against River Hill, how River Hill beat them, how Centennial played them, how other teams played them. And hopefully we can put together a game plan, and these guys, it really comes down to them whether they can execute it or not tomorrow.
One more question, guys? If anybody has any? Okay, thank you, guys.
Make it